Good morning, everyone. This is Mrs. Likins coming from my basement, and today I'm talking about personal budget. A budget is an estimate of income and expenditures for a period of time. Allowing a budget is also allowing or providing an amount of money to be spent, and budget is also an estimate of time or material that will be necessary for a job. I threw that last one in there just in case you have an employer who talks about budgeting for a job. That's what they're talking about, is maybe how much time you need to do a job or how much material might need for that job. But anyway, we're talking about money and we're talking about you. Income is another term that I will use, and this is money that is earned that you can spend. And expenditures is the money that will be spent. So the first thing to do when you are creating a budget is you need to make a plan. Sit down with a piece of paper, 2 columns maybe, make a list of all the payments that you have to make. Who do you need to pay and how much? And then look at what your monthly income is. Then you need to determine what is your goal, or what are your goals for the money you're going to save. Maybe it's a vacation, maybe it's a car, maybe it's a kayak or a dog or something. So what are your goals? You need to have something that you want to spend that money on at the end of the period of time that you have set for a budget. It's a bit of a reward for doing all the hard work of saving your money. So this is my example of a budget. On one side, I have my monthly earnings. So assume I make $2,000 a month. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put all of my expenditures in order of importance. And who do I need to pay first? Maybe I'll do it by date, but pretty much by what's most important. The first person I want to pay is myself. This is my savings money. This is the money that is going to be set aside to help me achieve whatever my goal is after the set period of time. Then the next thing I have on my list that's of importance is rent, then electricity, and then gas, because I'm going to need that for my car to get to work and other places that I need to go. Phone, internet, cable, car insurance, food, make sure you have enough money to eat. Entertainment is haircuts or going to the movies or doing something with friends. You don't want to resent having to save money and dip into your savings. So make sure you budget money aside for entertainment. Loans, maybe I have student loans or a different type of a loan that I have to pay off, or any kind of court costs. So make sure that you have everything that you need to pay out listed and how much you need to pay on that. That was a budget. It's pretty simple. I take what I've earned and I subtract all of the things that I need to pay out of it. And at the end, I may have something left over. Maybe I'll break even. So at the very end of that budget, I had $80 left over. Here are a few notes that I want you to take into consideration. Always pay yourself first. 10% of your monthly income. Put it into savings or set it aside or invest it. Save for emergencies. After my example budget, I had $80 left. Maybe I take that $80 and set that aside for emergencies. Maybe it's in cash, in a sock drawer. Maybe it's in a Christmas fund or something else at the bank. But I have $80 set aside always at the end of the month that I can use and save up for an emergency. Like maybe I need new tires for my car, or repairs for my car, God forbid, a medical emergency. Plan in advance if you're going to go somewhere or do something, just so that you have enough money for the month. You don't want to take off for a vacation and spend your money and then not have enough to pay your bills. So make sure you have money set aside and you plan in advance to do things. If I was to save $200 a month over a year, I will have saved $2,400. That's pretty good chunk of change. I could do a lot with that money. Over 1 year, if I was to save that $80 and not spend it because I don't really do much, if I was to save that $80 over a year, I'd have $960. Now that's a good little chunk of money as well to sit on just in case something happens. And if not, then you have that. You can add into your savings, and then you have more money saved throughout the year. And it doesn't matter. These are just estimate numbers. So even if you're saving $5 a month or $10 a month, it all adds up eventually. And then you have the money to put towards whatever your goal is. Make sure you pay your bills on time. It helps with your credit score. It'll help. A good credit score helps you when buying a car or getting better insurance rates. It helps you in getting a better place to live with rent. If you need to take out a loan or have credit cards, but make sure you don't overextend yourself on those credit cards and those loans, because that will blow your budget up. And then before you make a huge financial decision, make sure that your budget can handle the impact. So maybe you need a new car, and you already have $220 set aside, but a newer car is going to cost you $100 more. Where in your budget can you get that money from without not paying something? So you need to make sure and look at what you have coming in and what you have going out, and you can make any kind of changes if you make a huge financial decision or change. So those are a few things to think about. I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that you're able to use this in the future. Have a great weekend, and I will see you next week.